Well, my name is John Trimble. I was raised in southern Indiana, went to college at Hanover College, where I met my wife Ann, moved to Indianapolis, attended law school in Indianapolis, and started practicing law in 1981 with the firm that I'm still with today, 42 years later. 2 years ago, a little more than 2 years ago, I developed a cough. In early June of 2021, I started getting short of breath and fatigued. And around 4th of July weekend, I learned that I had lung cancer, both lungs. And it had progressed at that point. My heart was at AFib, and my oxygen levels were very low. So I ended up spending a couple weeks in the hospital while they tried to slow my heart down and take me off of oxygen, and that wasn't successful. But in the meantime, I was referred to Dr. Nasser Hanna at the Simon Cancer Center. And Dr. Hanna said, well, one thing I want you to do is have an MRI of your brain. I want to see if there's any cancer there, because this cancer tends to go to the brain first. And sure enough, I had 5 spots of cancer in different spots of my brain. But eventually he called me and he said, we have recently developed a drug with Eli Lilly and Company that is for your exact strain of cancer. And he said, I'm going to get you on it. So I started on that drug. It's called Retevmo. And at that point in time, I was on 5 liters of oxygen, everywhere I went, 24 hours a day. Within a week's time, I was able to get off the oxygen. Within a month, I went back for a CT scan, and my cancer was 80% gone. And within 2 months, I went back for another CT scan, and my cancer was 90% gone. But as of today, my lungs are pretty much clear. Dr. Hanna wouldn't use the term remission, but I'm stable. And in my view, research is critical. But the thing that Dr. Hanna has told me, he said, John, through the research we're doing, I'm working on 2 other drugs that are going to come in right behind it. And he's given me the encouragement to know that if it does stop working, there are other drugs coming in behind it that I can start taking. I've adopted a quote that I heard, I don't know who to attribute it to, that I'm living by, which is, the past is history, the future is a mystery, today is a gift, that's why they call it the present. And that's how I'm living. My wife Ann stood by me, day in, day out. At some of the early nights at home, you understand the love that you have for another person, but you don't fully appreciate it until one person or the other is in need. The love just is even more special. If you've ever wondered whether a get well card or a note or a phone call or a text or an email or an instant message is worth your time to send to somebody who's experiencing illness, do it. It does matter. Take the time to do it. People will care. They really will.